welcome you to the fifth lecture of surface mining technology. This is the fifth lecture in the introduction to surface mining and third lecture on the stripping ratios and pit layouts. In this we have already discussed this learning backgrounds for the surface mining technology. We have also discussed the learning objective of the course surface mining technology, and we have also discussed the learning outcomes for the surface mining technology. Now, these are the textbooks and reference books. Now, let us retrospect the previous lectures. In previous lecture, we have understood the surface mining scenario. We also covered the different types of stripping ratio, and based on that we have to decide whether we will go for surface mining or we will go for underground mining. So, basically these are the strategic decision, economic decision, technical decision. Based on that one has to decide the whether they will go for surface mining or they will go for underground mining. So, objective of this lecture is basically the same as we have discussed, the understanding the different terminologies. We will also understand the importance of stripping ratio, that is discussed. The stripping ratio is basically giving us the idea about how much overburdened rock has to be handled for taking out the ore, and we will also understand the surface mining layouts, how the mine plans are made and that can be shown. So, as we have covered the stripping ratio, in this lecture we will directly start with the mining layout. This is the most common layout which is practiced in mining. So, this view is basically the plan view or top view. Now, let us understand the way we go for showing the layout. You see there is line is having some dotted line towards the inside. This is basically showing us the phase of the mining working. How it is described? Let me show you with a plan and sectional view. Surface mining is nothing but the excavation of the horizontal slices. What is the meaning of that? That means, if this is your surface and you are having say a ore body is lying here like this. Now, to excavate this, what we will do? We will first take out the horizontal slices like this, and to do this what we have to do? We have to take out this slice first, then we have to take out this slice, then we have to take out this slice, then this one, then this one. Like this way we have to excavate the slices, and in the bottom also we will start excavating like this. Now, this part you can see it is shown like this, and this place is basically kept so that this portion should not topple down to the bottom. So, basically we are taking out the slices, and for this whenever we have taken out this one, this is creating a remaining rock portion like this. So, basically this remaining rock portion which is available here is called bench. So, what is bench in surface mines? Bench is basically a rock shelf. It is a rock shelf. It is a rock shelf which is having a almost horizontal surface, and almost vertical surface. So, bench is a rock shelf which is having a horizontal surface and also having a near vertical surface. So, basically in surface mining what we do? In surface mining we first form the bench, and by this way we form the bench, and here we had and here we have our valuable products. Here we have our valuable products. This part is already excavated and this part is remaining there. So, we have to take out this one. So, we will move this one in this side, move this one in this side, move this one in this side, and we gradually take out this one. So, surface mining is nothing but the horizontal slicing. Horizontal slicing through formation of benches. So, it is the horizontal slicing through formation of benches. So, we are forming bench and we are slicing the rock. So, this is the surface mining technology in a nutshell. Now, if you are looking at one bench part, okay. Now, if we are looking at this and say we are, this is the sectional view and we have to go for drawing the plan view. Then what will happen? If we are drawing this plan view, this part is this one, this part is this one, and this part is this one. But in this, close to this, in this is another part. So, this is the next part, this is another part, at this is the next part, and here is another one. So, this is the, so it is basically showing this one, this is the first part, and let me draw the bench once again. If you look into the bench, this is the bench, this is called crest of the bench, this is called toe of the bench. So, this is the crest line. So, this is the crest line and this is the toe line, this is the toe line. So, whenever we are basically drawing the layout or showing the plan of a mine, in that case we are keeping this in our mind. So, let us see once again, if this is the bench, then this is the crest line, this is the toe line. So, this is the crest, this is the toe, but how you will understand which one is crest, which one is toe? So, for this we show it like this. So, this lines which are joining to the main line, that is basically indicating the crest. So, this is the crest line through which these small lines are coming out, that is crest line, and the line which is free is showing the toe line. So, this is crest line and this is toe line. Okay. So, now you can see, you understand in a plan the way it is showing. So, this is the crest line, here toe line is not shown, but here you can see this is the crest line, this is the toe line, this is crest. Okay. So, this is crest. Now, this is clearly understood, but what about this one? This is called ramp. That means, from this level to this level you are coming through this ramp. So, similar way you can draw it like this. So, this is crest line, this is also crest line, and this is showing the ramp, because its elevation here elevation is less. So, this is called ramp, and you can clearly understand this ramp is going from where to here. You can see in this case, let me clear it once again. You see in this case this elevation is higher. So, this elevation is higher, this elevation is lower. So, that means your ramp is in this side. Here this is upper elevation, this is lower elevation. So, it is like this. Again this is moving like this. So, this is the general technique to construct the layouts of a mine, and you see in this case this is this one. Now, this layout is basically showing us how the different machines are operating. We will discuss this layout when these machines will be showing. Say suppose if you are considering this one, if you can see one machine is operating here, and this is the upper elevation, this is the lower elevation. So, the bench is basically you can consider here the bench is like this, in this place the bench is like this, and your this machine is working at this position. So, this is showing, and here it is showing that in future this part from here to here, this part is now fragmented rock. So, this machine is basically taking out this fragmented rock, and this place you can see the small holes are showing. So, up to this you are carrying out drilling of holes. for your blasting purpose, so that in future this will be blasted and then your excavation will be there. This machine is at higher elevation. So, this is probably the drill machine or some other machine which is working at this position. Okay. So, this is the general layouts of different machine operations, it is showing in this different diagrams. So, the similar way you can have different layouts for different machines. Say this is also another one. This is the section. If you are taking the section along this line, then you will see the pit layout is looking like. This is clearly indicating at this point. So, now you can see in this layout also, this is a simple hand sketch which is showing a circular pit operation. Here you can see this is the ramp, this is the higher elevation, this is the lower elevation, this is the higher elevation, these elevations are same elevation. So, this is the bench width, this is bench height, and you can have this is the lower bench. So, this is the bench, this is the crest line, this is the ramp, and this is the toe. And you can see if you are taking the section along this line, you can directly project this one. So, it is projecting this. See, this one is projected, this one is projected, and this one is projected. Now, instead of this, if you are trying to take a section along this line, then what will happen? You will find out this one will remain same. Now, instead of this, you will go up to this point here, and now this is top one at this position, then this one. So, this will become a section like this. So, this is, let us mark BB. So, this is BB. Okay. So, this is another layout, and if you look into this, you can see these are the circular pits. You can see these are the benches. You can see this is the bench, this is the crest line, this is the toe line. Okay. So, toe. Crest. So, similar way you can see, and these are the ramps, you can see these are the ramps. These are the ramps showing in the mine layout. Next is very important is that how the facilities are provided in a mine, how the machines are being deployed. In this particular figure, this machine deployment is showing how the machines etc. are working. You can see this is the portion where currently the drilling is carried out and likely to be the blasting is to be taken. Similarly, this is probably overburden, this is the ore material on which also the drilling is carried out and probably the blasting will be taken at the end of the shift. Here the material is already blasted, shovel is working, it is taking the material onto the dumper and dumper is taking this material outside the pit. Okay. And loaded, this is the loaded material going to the mining stockpile, this is the empty truck returning back to the mine. So, you can see this is the bench walls, this is the berms, this is the haul road, this is the external dump. So, this external dump overburden material is taken from this place, this material is taken out and by this way it is going and finally, it is dumping at this place. So, this overburden material which will be blasted here will be taken like this way and it will be dumped here, and you see this dumping is not affecting the operation of the mine. After the mining operation, this will be after the mining operation, this may be taken to dump it back to the filling the void. Sometimes we can return back the filling of the void area, in especially in case of coal mine etc., where you take out the coal, and you dump back the overburden rock into the decoaled area where the coal is already taken out. So, this is the typical layouts of different mines. Circular pits are carried out in case of massive deposits, circular pits are carried out in case of vein deposits, but in bedded deposits mostly we go for the backfilling of the void area using the overburden. So, this is the typical terminology for a bench. So, this is called bench width, this is a drainage provided or ditch provided, this is the safety berm provided, so that the trucks etc., will not topple down to the lower bench, and this is the bench height, this is the bench width. Okay. This is the general terminology. This is called pit floor, this is ore body, this is haul road. You can see the wider bench width is provided, this is the berm, this is crest, this is toe, and this is bench height. This is from this point to the bottom point, this is called overall slope angle, and that should be maintained as safe as possible. This is a typical figure, this is underground mining and surface mining showing together. This is in this figure you can see the sequencing excavation procedure. This is the mine out area is filled back with the overburden. So, this is the ore, this is overburden. So, the you see the sequence operation, this is excavated throwing at this is also excavated throwing at this is excavate and take out as it is ore. So, this is the sequence of operation 1 2 3 1 2 3, and this in this sequence your benches are being moved in this direction and overburden rocks are backfilled in the mined out area. This is also, that is for bedded deposit, and this is for the vein deposit. You can see in the vein deposit you have to go for outside dumping, because you cannot dump here, any material you will dump here will come down to the pit. So, the sequence of operation you can see, this is 1 1 1 1 2 2 2. So, more or less the horizontal slicing is carried out, but the overburden materials are taken out and ore materials are taken out and dumped aside, and ore materials are taken out and sold in the market. So, this is a typical layout of one surface mine. This is for the columnar deposit, how it can be carried out. This is a simple example of this one. You can see the outside dumping is carried out in this case also. This is the outside dumps are placed at this position. This is the layout for operation of different machines, drag line, scraper, bucket chain excavator, shovel. So, these are the different layouts. So, this is more or less about the layouts of the surface mines, how you will positions the machines, how will the different terminologies are expressed, and a mine plan how it is showing is shown in this lectures. So, let us stop this lecture at this position. We will discuss the phases of mining in the next class. Thank you.